All right, we are live with Bookmap. It is August 20th, 2025, and we have a nice downtrend. Nice downtrend here. After a relentless uptrend for weeks and weeks and months, the bears have taken over 2 days in a row now and shoved it down their throat all morning long. Beautiful stuff. Right now, liquidity is leading the way. We had liquidity down this morning. We have liquidity down now. Nasdaq looks like it wants 22,975 overall after they did defend this support. ES has down a 6360 skew all the way down. It's crazy stuff, man. I know it is very tempting to size up on days like today to make a lot of money, but you don't need to do that. Especially if you're not really sure when to enter on a very strong downtrend. I encourage you to use the proper position sizing that you always do and just put on the risk and take your hands off and set your stops and let the price action do its thing. There's going to be shakeout candles, there's going to be whipsaws, there's going to be wicks, there's going to be all that stuff. So you can't get wrapped up in going for gold looking for very large position sizing. It will come to you if you use proper position sizing. Small potatoes, baby. Small potatoes will turn into big potatoes. If you plant your potato slips now, in the fall you'll have hundreds of pounds of potatoes. $63.72. Do we have volume here? No, we don't. We have no volume. We have liquidity a little bit lower. We have 17,000 negative CVD on Bookmap. So the seller aggregate are absolutely pouring into this level. Let me hit refresh on this thing. There we go. There's that. There's that. Bookmap link is active. Crazy day, man. I've been stair-stepping this down all day. Dumperoni, then stair-step. 63. Nasdaq is grossly underperforming. If you haven't already noticed, Nasdaq is almost double down what ES is. A little bit less. It was almost double down. Now it's more like they're 40% lower than Nasdaq. Or than ES. Nasdaq here, they're 1,400 negative CVD. They've got big liquidity at 22,975. Overall, volume is your friend. Volume is your friend. What's up, YouTube? The 3 C's have kept many of your followers from poor entries and chasing fallen knives. 100%. Absolutely. That's the beautiful thing about it, man. It keeps you from catching fallen knives. It keeps you safe. It keeps you profitable when conditions are confident, and it keeps you safe when situation is not confident. I love it. I love it. All the way down. Check out the oil 3 C's. Oh, man. 3 C short right there on oil. Look at that. Look at that. 5-minute candle. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-time top at 62.69. 6-time, 7-time top. 8-time top at 62.69. And this time, high volume. Does it get us into the promised land, though? I've been watching that too. Not used to how it moves though. It moves pretty cleanly. The problem right now, it's just been so stuck for a while. Oil hasn't really moved now in weeks. It's just chilling. But right now, if we can get a close under the 62.58, I mean that's your entry to start really getting this thing lower. Nasdaq is starting to come off. Can they do it? Looking around a couple of different names. There are 100 people ahead of me in the queue for Take Profit Traders, so I might have to reach out to the partner team. I'll try that. I know some people are having some issues right now. Nasdaq is stuck to 2309, not wanting to go anywhere. Do I watch the VIX? I do watch the VIX, 100%. I just took calls. I'm not afraid. I think the time is going to come for that, but I'm not seeing it yet. I personally am not seeing that kind of a long setup yet, but it's coming. What's going on at TPT? They had some data issues. Right now, everything seems to be resolved, but it just wasn't TPT. It was Rhythmic in general. A lot of people are having issues opening their brokerage accounts. I couldn't get IBKR to open this morning. People are some stuck in trades because the close feature wasn't working. Just some issues like that. What's up, Dan? Good morning, buddy. Good morning. I love that CVD. I love that liquidity. The liquidity's been pinging lower all day long. Any 0DT interest today? I haven't taken any. If I'm being honest, I probably would have if I could get my IBKR to open, but not yet. Another top wick, baby. Another top wick. This looks like absorption for that big old fat juicy 22,975. Look at oil. Oil's coming off too. Oil's making it. Oil is making it. 3 criteria trade on oil. If oil clears the 62.30, that's going to be a banger of a short position right there. They're absorbing. Tilt is 62% long. Yeah, buddy. Makes me want to short. $23.08. Man, look at that chart. Gnarly chart. Do I have any interest in putting on a 0 for the rest of the week? Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a spicy week. It's already spicy. It's already living up to the name of Jackson Hole. Last year, we had 80-point sessions into Jackson Hole, and today is proving to be very similar. I mean, we're already at 60 points. Still going down, 23 dropping. There it goes. 22,975, which will put us, let's go look. 975 will put us, why is that on there? I got a little trend line erroni. Yeah, look at a little trend line. 22,975 will put us. There's not a strong support there, but there is on the liquidity there on the book. Still dropping. I'm personally not in the ballpark of looking to take longs here. Not yet. Not until I see the three criteria. I need to, with this kind of selling, the bigger the move, the more volume you need to demand to show stopping. Remember, this is a massive runaway freight train to the downside. 2-mile long coal train that's loaded down with hundreds of thousands of tons. You need a lot of stopping power. You need volume to stop this train to tell you it's time to go back the other way. Anything else, you are stepping in front of that train. Don't do it. Keep yourself safe. There's plenty of time to take a trade. Just be patient. The more bottom wicks you have in your area, the better. The more volume you have, the better. The more higher highs you have, the better. We've had our fun for the bulls for a long time. Now we have to let the bears eat a little salmon. It's appropriate considering that all the elites are out fly fishing in Jackson Hole today. $63.70. You want to listen to long break train now? Yeah. I will say crypto's rebounding. All right, what are the options telling us right now? We have a very moderate amount of puts, all things considered. It's only 1.3 billion. I've seen 3 and 4 billion in puts on a lesser red day. We have calls selling at 170, so we don't have a bullish rebound in options yet, although they're selling some of the puts. We do have, I'm sure you've already seen this little descending wedge right here. But we don't have volume, and we don't have a bottom wick that's holding, and we certainly don't have a higher high close. We've had a couple of higher high scalps that you could have taken, that have all of which would have stopped out, obviously. But the price action is just rebounding, going lower, rebounding lower, putting in lower lows, lower highs with no volume. So what I could foresee happening, if you're looking for a bounce, what I could foresee, failure lower, somewhere down here, we get the high volume bottom wick, and that's your indication to go long. Most likely, if they're going to do that, they're going to do it at the Bookmap level. Down here at 63.55, and maybe even 35. But just be patient, that's all I'm saying. Use normal position sizing, and just chillax, and be patient. This is definitely the bottom. What makes you think that? I'm not saying you're wrong, but what makes you think that? Just curious. Fedwaller speaking 15 minutes. Yep. It could be. I'm not guessing on anything today. Today I am going to be data driven. I need to see what I need to see. And if I don't see what I need to see, then I'm not going to take what I need to take. But look what's happened here. We had the big move out of the gate. The first 20 minutes of the session was the bulk of this move. And since then, it's just been grindy, wedgy, lower, lower. So you're not missing anything. If you missed this, this is not the greatest. So just be patient. It's fine. It's fine. Just be patient. Don't FOMO. Don't freak out. Don't be ridiculous. Just relax. Hey, look. 3 criteria short confirmed on oil. Beautiful. Freaking beautiful. It got through the prior low, down. Down. Top wick. Nasdaq is testing. This is it. Breach. Warning. Warning. Return to Energizer. Falling. 2304 down. Beautiful stuff. Can you please explain your 3 criteria? Yes, I can. 3 criteria is a measure on which I determine where to buy, where to sell. So if I'm looking for a bounce, let's use today as a perfect example. If I'm going to look for a bounce, I need to see high volume, beep, right here. I need to see a supportive bottom wick, which a candle that, you know, looks like that. And I need to see a close over the prior highs. That's it. If I don't see that, then I am not going to speculate into a long position. Now, the closer we get to a major level, like this, if Nasdaq or ES falls to 63.30, the closer we get to an imbalance like that, the more likely I am to start longing the stuff. The more likely I'll go off 2 criteria instead of all 3. But right now we're not near any major level here to get me to start to tingle into some sort of front run long position. So your options are either to continue to play down into the 63.55, or if you want a long, wait, be very strict until you see the 3 criteria. And even then, you have to be a little tighter with your stops today. Consider the environment. They are faking out every little bottom wick here. So if you do get into a long position and you happen to catch a couple of good profits here, you have to play a little tighter with your stops, because if they smoke this thing, you're going to get wrecked. In my opinion, wait for volume. Nothing I can do with this. Need some sort of structure retracement. I love it. What's up, Lanner? Lanner's got the idea, baby. That's right. Lanner's got the idea. Killing it, buddy. Y'all pay for the tier 2 stuff. Use it. Use it. Danger, Will Robinson. I don't know if this is the bottom, but I can see it's bouncing here. Yeah. An agent will be with you shortly. We value your opinion. Smoking a pancake. I just made my daily target using 5 micro Nasdaqs and 6 micro ES. They're stepping down and protecting and rolling all morning. I'm still torn about whether this method is a benefit. I'd entered and held, starting at the top of position and reach my goal much sooner. Nice, Odious. Well done, buddy. Keep it up. Keep it up. Right now, my eyes are glued to this right here. My eyes are glued to that right there. When do I see high volume? If I do not see high volume, no long. I'm not even consider a long button until I see that. So your options are either to do nothing or short. I'm going to say it a million times today because I don't want to get DMs tonight. Oh, I tried a long and I got wrecked. If you do that, that is on you. Volume, 3 criteria. Nasdaq, still coming off. Oil, nice little high volume, 3 criteria right here. Would have netted you so far about 30 cents, which is about $300 per contract. Beautiful stuff. How would you figure you're ready to move into a prop live account? At what point do you say it's time to put your knowledge to the test for real? Well, I mean, I guess I'm not fully understanding. It's not our decision to move into a live account. You know, they have to pull us into a live. But if you're asking when is it time to buy a prop and go down that road, I would say when you have a consistent system. If you have no idea what you're doing, I don't really recommend buying. Like, you could buy one account to try it out, but if you don't have any kind of system, then props really aren't for you, because the rules are there to exploit those who don't know what they're doing. Because they know that people are going to sign up, they're going to fail, and they're going to sign up, 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 and now you have become the one paying for people's payouts. So I don't recommend that at all. You have to use prop firms as an absolute tool. It is a tool to get money if you have a system. If you don't, they're pointless. Don't do a prop at all if you do not have a system or you are not consistent. It'll just cause you heartache and wasted money. I don't know if that's what you're asking, but that's my answer. What are the minimum trade activity rules like on prop firms? There's 1,000 different companies now, and they all offer slightly different rules. Basically, some offer you have to take at least like one trade a week. Some it's one trade a month to stay active. But the rules are different. Some have drawdown, some don't. Some have withdrawal rules, some don't. Some make you show your birth certificate, prove your bloodline, take pictures of every single tick in order to take a payout. It's all that stuff. Geronimo. 63.66, still failing. What do you think? Nasdaq still plunging. No 3 criteria. You continue to short or look for lower. We have Bookmap Ltd 63.55 on down. We have 1.4 billion in puts. We have 260 million of sold calls. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. 2 days in a row, baby. 2 days in a row. And the thing about it is, if you look at the daily chart, still small potatoes. We're still at the beginning stages of a bear trend, if this actually is a bear trend. Still small potatoes. We look at all this room to the downside we've got if this is the bear trend. I'm just saying. There's plenty of room, baby. That's the beautiful thing about patience. New low of the day, going lower. Where is Bookmap? There it is, right there. Liquidity to 63.55 is my main target right there. Hello, my name is Matt. I'm a 3 criteria trader. I love it, Matty. You are a smart trader. Hey, Math, were you able to get your situation corrected with Trade-Evate? I'm texting with them now, I guess. What's up, Dan? Good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Market's open at 9:30, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Beautiful. Nice, Math. Good. Still going down. There's no bottom wick. There's no volume. There's no close over the prior high. So you have to remain short biased here. Don't try to catch the knife. Remain short biased until you have the 3 C's. I promise you. Patient. You know what causes you to get into a bounce or get into a long before it bounces? Is that the illusion of FOMO of missing the bottom wick to go higher. I've been short this whole time, but I can't capture it until I close it. Ah. So you're still like you still can't get out of the position now? Have you tried like I'm sure you've tried closing out the app and opening it back up, unplugging it, plugging it back in. Nice. Top wicking still going over. Top wicking still coming over. Try screaming at it. Have you tried destroying your keyboard? Hey, look at that. Hey, look at that. Look at the skew, baby. Hey, we haven't seen a ladder in a long time. What is it, escalator? Hold on, I have to do Google Translate. Yeah, I got it. I knew those Spanish lessons were paying off. 6363. Destroying the keyboard always works. Heck yeah, man. I've recently destroyed a keyboard, but not for anger reasons, but because it just would not work. And I was tired of using the stupid key, so I bought a new keyboard, and I blasted it with my 12 gauge. That's the benefit of living on a farm, is that I could shoot anything I want at any time of the day. Ride it from my back porch. Look at that liquidity at 63.45. Did you throw it in the air and shoot it? I did not, no. Here we go. Trump tweets to stop the bleeding. Trump may try to fire Fed official Lisa Cook. Uh-oh. He's going to fire everyone, whether at Jackson Hole. $23.05 still top wicking. Nasdaq wants 22.975. We don't have 3 criteria yet. Squeeze cooking. It will bounce eventually. This thing will blast shorts in the face eventually. But the signs will be there. You'll have shakeout candles, you'll have a volume, you have bottom wicks. The signs will be there. Just be ready. I promise you, they won't make it easy. They're not going to make it clear. Here's the wick. Let's go. What they're going to do is they're going to pin it flat, and they'll put on like a 50-point red candle, and then they'll hammer the crap out of that candle, and that'll be time. I mean, they'll do wonky stuff. The point is, just be patient. Just be patient. Just wait for the trades, baby. I think we have a Fed speech coming up, either now or soon. Um, 10 o'clock. Yep. So Fed Waller speaks now. Then we have Fed Bostic at 3 o'clock. And then we have the FOMC minutes at 2 o'clock. And then we have 20-year bond auction at 1 o'clock. We have 270 million in sold puts. We have 1.3 billion. I'm sorry, sold calls and 1.3 billion in puts. Try going on your phone and close all positions. There goes oil. Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Awesome. High volume. If you want to do some back testing over this coming weekend, go back and look. Pick any name you want. Anytime there's an outlier amount of volume like this, see what happens to the price action on the candle that it creates it. And tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. First few trades during a morning dump was the best profit of the year, then gave some back by overtrading. Hey, do I need to send you the overtrading lizard video? Pete. The EMA is playing defense. I love Miguel. Trump goes into Jackson Hole and thanks them, tells them to enjoy the buffet and leave their criteria at the end of the buffet table. I love it. We're only 90 minutes into the session. We have almost daily volume on Nasdaq. Love it. One day I'll live on a farm and do that too. I love it, Stephen. It helps. I look back 3 months on the hourly charts and set volume alert to the levels. 10 highest candles for each ticker I watch. Fun stuff when those goes off. Heck yeah. Volume before price. Where's Kennedy at, man? Trendline Kennedy should be having a party right now. What if this is a good spot for coin calls? I don't know. I don't know. I would be prepared for comments because, like I said, Fed Waller speaking now. So, you're going to see some wonky candles. You're going to see some wicks out of some random comments. Let me go to the Fed Watch tool. What's the Fed Watch tool say here? Fed Watch tool. %86 chance of a rate cut in September. September 17th, which is 27 days from now-ish. 86.6% probability of a rate cut. Small bounce. Still going. We had a small amount of volume come in here. Not a lot. Not confident in the bounce. Not yet, at least. What will a rate cut mean for the market? I don't know. In terms of bullish and bearish, nobody knows. The thought process is, what does the market do between now and September 17th? That's the question you need to ask. Because once the rate cut comes, most likely the market is going to price in what they think is going to happen with the rates, whether it be massive bearishness, massive bullishness, and then after will be the sell the news event. Buy the rumor, sell the news. So I don't know. If we're massively bullish up until the rate cut, then I would say they're probably going to dump it. And then the other way around if it's massively bearish. Because, there's an argument that rate cuts are bearish, and there's an argument for rate cuts are bullish. And honestly, nobody knows. Everyone thinks buying is going to go crazy in the housing market when rates start to cut. But I've heard takes that it's going to do the exact opposite when rates start to come down back to 3.5%, 4%. All the people that are holding on to inventory because they don't want to sell their 2% mortgages, the second rates come back down to about 3% or 3.5%, if it does, those inventory is going to flood the market. You're going to have a ton of supply. What happens when you flood the market with supply? Prices tank. It makes sense from a supply and demand standpoint. Now, the question is how much demand is going to be on the back end to absorb that supply. That we don't know. Massive green. Nasdaq's bouncing. ES is bouncing. Right here. I hope we get back to 3%. Yeah, I doubt it'll happen. I'm just saying theoretically. You're welcome. Would you assume this is short-lived? I don't know. Right now, I don't have the major volume to get me really chasing the long side here. It could bounce all the way up, yeah, but I would like to see higher volume given the fact that we just dumped 400 points on Nasdaq. And right now, we just don't have it. But that's okay. Sometimes it bounces on high volume too. Big old green move right there. $23,117. How do y'all get over the feeling of having taken profits getting knocked out too early? I normally give my stop too much leeway, so this week I've been taking profits earlier, but I'll still take profits and then watch the asset continue to trend in my direction, which is probably terrible for me emotionally. It's a perfect example. I just took profits on CL and continuing to watch it trend. Focus on what you did right. Yes, you want to see, all right, why did I get into that trade? Ask yourself, what caused me to set that stop? But if you are consistently applying yourself using the same given rules, the criteria, or anything else, then the days are going to come you're going to catch massive moves. And that's okay. You're not going to catch massive trends every single time you take a trade. So the only thing I care about is am I applying myself in the same manner every day. The same manner every day. And I'm going to get stopped out 9.9 times out of 10. I'm going to get stopped out way before I want to be. And I'm going to result in very minor profits. But eventually, everything's going to go well, and I'm going to catch 200, 300, 400 points. And what's not going to happen is I'm going to lose 400 points because I'm safe and I'm consistent. That's the key. Every now and then you want to have a massive win, but at no point do you want to have a massive loss. Right there. Big dump here would be deep. It is going to dump back over. Or they're going to put on massive volume and take us higher. I don't know yet. I don't know that yet. I just don't see the volume. I don't feel like I get at a bad time or play the trade incorrectly. I just having a hard time trusting the process and thinking long term. Well, it does. It's hard, man. That's why emotions are so difficult because this market has a tendency to pivot you and only you, to feel like that it's done exactly what it needs to do to keep you from making money. That's what it feels like at some point, at least. That's why you have to be very analytical with your trades. You have to be very careful. And trust the process. Does the Fed lingo, do the Fed talks go into next week? I don't know. I haven't checked next week's schedule, but it'll probably be most of the Jackson Hole stuff will be open by the end, or be over by the end of the weekend. Yeah, Jackson Hole is every day this week. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Fade the rip. Now we're coming off and retesting the 145 area. Fade the rip. What are options doing? They are closing the crap out of some puts and buying calls right now. 1.1 billion in puts, 97 million in calls. They bought back 700 million in calls right now. Look at crypto blasting. Yep. I like it. Interesting. Bed Bath & Beyond releases a statement, says they will not do business in California. Bed Bath & Beyond. Interesting. 3C reversal in a macro trend on oil. Possibly. Yep. So there's a high volume bottom wick. Again, taking out the 62.27, which leads now to 42. So right now, oil is a scalper's paradise. Nasdaq still going higher here. They have call buying, put selling at the moment. It's a 100-point bounce on Nasdaq. ES is up. And just like that, ES is back up to retest the 80 mark. We had a little volume come in at 62 there. Not much, though. $23,140. We have $1 billion in puts sold. I'm sorry, puts purchased. They've sold off about $600 million. We have liquidity. I'm looking for any kind of liquidity shift. Right now, it's all down. We have a little up here at 23.3 on Nasdaq. ES has a 63.90 with a plethora of liquidity lower. So absorb all this 90 stuff right here. $63.86. VIX is getting wrecked. Oh no. What's up, Trippy Mike? What is that? Y'all are nuts. $23,150 Nasdaq. They're retesting this little prior pivot. You see support at 150, top look at 150, and this is the retest. Now they're putting liquidity higher, 63.95. Blasting. Face rippers so far. Face rippers. I knew they were going to do this, just not yet. I didn't see the volume to support this move. Oh, man. Well, that blows. Let's see what happens. High liquidity all over the place. 12 minutes left in the stream. If you have any questions, let me know. You know, I see people post stuff about ICT and fair value gaps, but it's always random. They always pick the candle of the value gap that actually aligns with whatever they want to take an entry to, and it's just random. I guess when you can pick any single candle to pick a fair value gap, it's always going to hit a fair value gap. At least what they call a fair value gap. What's your favorite kind of taco? It's either going to be just a good old carne asada, although the Korean tacos I had in Louisville, they held their own. If you ever had a Korean taco, it's fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful bounce. Not a lot of volume here. Three criteria didn't really give you much there. But a big bounce regardless. Still going. Straight up. I don't know what you were saying, though. Like, I don't know what that... Oh, V it. That's what you meant. I was talking about the GIF. But yes, I mean, I 100% see them undoing all of it. I knew they were going to bounce their face rip this thing to the upside today. I just didn't know there because it didn't give me the volume I needed. I thought it was going to be like power hour or something. But they are definitely Ving this. 63.95 there. Coming up. What's the 50 on this thing? What, 63.96? It's called 6400 retest. That would be beautiful. Lizard. 30-point bounce on ES. Nasdaq is ripping. Ripping and a tearing. Continue to buy the dip, man. It always works. It always works. Love it. 190. Locked out of my account now, is in the negative. I was unable to capture wins. Took a screenshot of when I gotten out last time. I should have done it. Hopefully it'll take it. Yeah, I mean, as long as you have the screenshots, they'll take care of you. Massive move. Massive move. $23. All higher highs and just going. So keep on going, baby. They're squeezing out all the chasers, especially after 2 days of this, which aggravates the living crap out of me because I wanted to take this long, but it wasn't clear. And yeah, I mean, that's the way they do things. They don't make it clear, but I wanted to take that trade. $63.95. ES is still going. Straight up. They're squeezing everything. What's the option say? Massive call buying here. They put on 1 billion in calls in the past 20 minutes. Puts not so much, but they're going to retest 6,400 here. That'll be your indication. $213. Still going. Blasting Roni. Still going. Straight up. Squeezing out all the shorts, baby. It's crazy that they put on this kind of a bounce with no volume. But they are pummeling. I mean, that's why. They're pummeling into calls. There's no volume because it's all calls. That's 1.2 billion in calls right there put on the books in the past 30 minutes. Rocketed the ship. Now up to 6,400 retest. Still going. Liquidity all the way up to 6,400. For real, I hate having the CRD driving the market stuff. Yeah. I posted the 3 criteria on Reddit. Tell me about it. It's probably exactly right. Jabronis. Ruin it for everybody. Ruin it for everybody. Big test right here. Stop loss fueled move, people exiting. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think a lot of this has to do, obviously, they're just buying all this back up. They're catching the people who are chasing this baby, and after 2 days of relentless selling without any kind of real buy up, I'm aggravated that I could not get in that move at the bottom. $240. Beautiful big old bottom. That's a 4-hour hammer right there if I've ever seen one. Can't do a single candle without bottom wicking it. Love it. Absolute minuscule profits, all things considered today. Pisses me off. 6,400. Still going. Still going. The more people short, the higher it goes. I like the 64.12 for an area for a retest. Right here. Watch the emotions, yeah. Did I buy my Epic Pass yet? Of course I do. 100%. I buy it the second it comes online because you get all of the Friends passes, plus you get crazy good discount. 2-hour chart's forming a massive hammer. The 4-hour chart's forming a massive hammer. Massive hammer. We're going on a 50-point move now in 30 minutes. I do get a ton of buddy passes, yeah. But none of my friends ski, so I have no one to give them to. So I've tried taking, we've been skiing now 9 years in a row, and I always take, and twice now we've tried to take families with us, and both families absolutely hated it. They said they'll never ski again. I'm like, all right, get out of here. I don't want you here. I want to ski. Because people want to party. They want to go drinking. They want to go to dinner. They want to ski for 2 hours and come off the mountain. I'm like, no. I didn't fly across the country to ski for 2 hours. I came out here to ski from the moment it opens till they have to pull me off the mountain in handcuffs. I'm here to ski all day, every day. I can go eat food at home, but I can't ski at home. I got to ski here. But no one else is as hardcore as me, I guess. I don't know. I just like skiing. Am I a solid skier? I'm finally to the point I could do double black diamonds. So I mean, I guess whatever you consider that as. Took me a while, but I finally got there. Can I backflip? I can do it, but I'm not going to land on my feet. I'm probably going to break something. Still going, baby. Bottom wick. 700 million in calls, and they're selling off all the puts. So you can hang. I can hang. I can hang. Load a camelback with water and snacks. That's what I do for the whole family. I'm like, I'm the pack guy for the family. It's amazing how many adults spend thousands to go on vacation just to drink. Yeah, I'm not a drinker, man. I am not a drinker. At all. Longest I stayed on the mountain, but it's from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's awesome. I was in a PCS since 10 a.m. on NDX. Good thing I had my strikes way out. Holy crap. You got bigger wavelengths than me, Techno Pig. But I like it. It should be pretty good right now, right? You should be setting pretty. Get an EUC? I don't know what that is. What's an EUC? Oh, yeah. Oh, my instincts were right. Electric unicycle. Interesting. One meal according to I know there are many days not like this, but days like today are amazing for never using more than 2 MES. Yeah, it's all you need, man. If you want to catch a trend, pull back the position sizing. It's very easy to kind of want to size up and have illusions of the $60,000 day because you decided to take 10 Nasdaqs. But it's more important to just put on one mini or a couple of micros and just let it do its thing. Catch the general direction of the market, position size appropriately, and you'll be fine. That's it. Nice, Techno Pig. Now learn your lesson. I don't think I'll ever try more until I have at least $10,000 in drawdowns. That's 100%. That's a great idea. Still going, bottom wick, baby. You think about what everyone is doing right now. The hot hand theory with the retail trader is when whatever happening in the market is going to continue to happen. That's what they think. We've had now 1.5 sessions of straight selling with very little bottom wick, and now they're cramming it down their throats as people who become overly bearish and try to short this thing into the ground. Now, unfortunately, I've done a lot of spectating today, so I can't really say much. I'm doing a lot of yapping and not a lot of clicking. Hey, I'm past my time. I have to call it a day. So that's the end of the Bookmap stream. I might go grab some lunch and jump back on, considering the price action. We'll see. I have to try to beat the extreme AI on Age of Empires. Just kidding. But yeah, we'll see. Thank you all for hanging out. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll see you here in a bit. I'm out. See you.